Thank you for coming on,
Thank
bud.
you for having me, Jimmy. What a thrill.
You look great.
You look great. Thank you. Lilac for you tonight,
You
Jimmy.
really did lilac for me,
Yes,
and I
I did.
love it. Thank you so much. But I also, dude, I'm loving the beard. Are you going to shave that off?
I am, at the moment I step out of that theater in January, I'm gonna trim it. I'm not gonna shave it all because it's contour for men. It gives me a nice, like...
Oh, you look great.
I do like it. I wasn't able to grow one for a really long time, so now that I have one, I might keep it for a little while. Yeah.
I think you should. It looks really good. I just
Thanks.
sometimes you feel like when you're forced to have a beard,
Right.
like you have to have in Sweeney Todd, you're like, as soon as the play is done, you're like, that's it, I'm shaving it.
I actually kind of had to pitch it because, like, a barber with a beard, like, you're not selling much if you're like.
I guess, yeah, a barber with a beard. No, but he wouldn't.
Thought it looked cool, so like, yeah, well, you can do that, sure.
No, I want to show a picture of you. This was.
Who's that baby?
Yeah, look at this baby here. This is closer.
Who's that
This is the 20th anniversary?
20th anniversary of that album. Yeah, it was an album that really changed my life, and I can't believe the time has flown. The song.
20 years. Josh, that's crazy.
I'm an old.
No, no, you're not an old. I'm an old, but I mean, this is wild. November 17th, this comes out.
This comes out, and so many of the songs on this album changed my life and have been a part of so many people's lives. And when they write me letters, they talk about a lot of the songs on this album. So we're putting it out with some extra songs and bonus stuff, some studio stuff that's not been released before.
This was,
really proud of
Raise Me Up was on this album?
It was, yeah. And
that was the biggest song.
Oh my!
Every
wedding, every funeral.
Yeah, both. Yeah, you had them both covered. You had them both covered.
And everything in between.
No, but I remember when that song came out. It was like I saw it in places. I go, everyone loved it.
Yeah.
It was on commercials. It was on everything. I go, it was part of the I want to say the Olympics, whatever. It was a meaningful moment.
Present.
Yes.
It really was. Yeah. I mean, well, it's such a lucky thing when you have a song like that has been everywhere. And I remember the first time I heard it in the back of a taxi cab in Dublin, Ireland, when I was promoting my first album. And then at some point, somebody came into the studio with it and was like, "Hey, I think you'd be really right for that song." I was like, "That was my drunken Irish taxi cab song."
Yeah.
And we never expected it to be a single, and it just blew up. Yeah.
I congrats on that, and by the way, congrats on the 20th anniversary. Deluxe edition, pick this up, and it's got some extra Easter eggs. Got some Easter eggs in there for
Yeah,
fans.
it does, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a verse that we had cut out of the You Raise Me Up early on, and we put it back in.
Yes.
Now it's 17 minutes longer.
Yeah. Oh my God. Fantastic.
Please enjoy.
So it's a quadruple album.
That's
Fantastic.
right. It is. Yeah.
But I was talking to you. I was lucky enough to go see you at Sweeney Todd. But we were talking backstage. Sweeney Todd, you crushed this.
Thank you so
And you
much.
were saying to me that you were kind of a theater nerd. You were a theater kid.
Still am. You know, Sweeney Todd is one of those iconic roles that for those of us that grew up, you know, with baritone voices and just, you know, not really having the ability to dance, there were certain roles that were like, oh, I want to dive into that one day. And Sweeney Todd is just one of the most brilliant pieces of music ever written. I did it when I was in summer camp at Interlochen Arts Camp in Michigan. I was in the ensemble and had the best time of my life. So
and here you are on Broadway.
It's so full circle.
Getting nominated for a Tony Award. Not too
really,
shabby,
really
buddy.
It's been really amazing. Our cast and crew is incredible.
Little Josh Groban, if you're watching.
Joshy.
Little Joshy, if you're watching, you did pretty well, buddy.
In another dimension
Yes,
somewhere.
It might happen.
Little Joshy
Who knows
is
what
what
the
we
show
don't.
airs.
Who knows?
I got to see it opening night.
Yes,
and
you did.
I was, of course, I was crying. I was laughing because it's very dramatic. But I
loved hearing you laugh. Can I tell you, on the stage, we could hear you laughing, and we're like, Jimmy's here.
Yo, can you hear it? Was that distracting?
No, it wasn't distracting. We
funny.
felt the love out there, and it was so awesome because
Annalee Asher was
incredible. Gaten Matarazzo. I mean, this cast is so great, and there is a lot of dark humor in the show, which not a lot of people sometimes know when they get the premise of it.
I thought it was well directed. It was so funny.
Thanks.
Every time, I mean, obviously, if you don't know the story, I'm going to spoil it for you. But but he's a barber and he kills people.
He dabbles in killing.
He dabbles in killing people,
Yeah.
and he uses the meat. They serve it in meat pies and sell it to everybody. Anyway,
Yes, this airs after dinner, right?
But it's very yes. But when you take them upstairs to this barber chair, and you slit their throats, and then you pull the lever,
So the
and the body goes out.
just
And I laughed every single time. I go, That's fantastic. Except for when the judge, like, well, you'll see.
Spoiler
Again,
alert.
spoiler alert, but whatever.
But some people die, and the chair is the coolest toy because it is built. It is a work of art. This chair belongs in a museum one day, but it is also built like an old antique, like Winnebago. Like there's a clutch, there's a lever. It clanks. It's
Yo, do
heavy.
you have to, like, press the thing
I have
and
to
pull
press
the-
a thing and pull a thing at the right
And
time.
then the body
so the hook goes in the air.
slides down a slide
And-
off
and
the stage.
Let me tell you, they lube up the chair pretty good before the show, and so the actors
Speed.
just go way. I mean, they are like wee, and sometimes I hear a wee on the way down. Yeah. And sometimes the chair, early on in previews, the chair kind of decided it was going to be like, not today, Sweeney. I'm not going to do this today. So the chair, for a couple of the early performances, stopped working, and that's like my whole shtick in this show. If you see it, like when that, I finally get that chair and I get to use the lever and I get to do the thing. So when the chair stopped working, all of a sudden, like we had dead bodies that were like. Crawling
first down the slide.
crawling down their own death hole.
And then you're also saying, wee.
Yeah, wee.
Yeah, you don't have to say wee. You're not going fast. Yeah, that's hilarious. And did the audience go with it?
Yeah, of course, because they knew when we were in previews, and that's when stuff is getting changed anyway. But the audiences have been right there with us, and they do. They laugh when I send dead bodies. Shame on you.
No, they're great. It's so
it's
good.
Great. No, it's very funny.
When the first song is the Ballad of Sweeney Todd, and
Yes.
it's just powerful and loud and fun and great. And the Ballad of Sweeney,
Yeah.
people sing it, it's unbelievable. And then you come out, and people go nuts. I was the show I was at. And then I didn't get to hear your first
I know.
line.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's this epic opening number. The whole ensemble stands in a line in the front, and the sopranos are just singing these high Ds, and it's amazing. And I get pulled out of the grave, and I've got my big first line that I think we just finished about 250 performances. I don't think anybody has ever heard the first line that I have in the show.
Ever.
It's a good problem to have. People are cheering, but it's Sondheim. You're not going to vamp music, in a Sondheim show. You're going to sing it exactly when it's written. It's just when people are clapping. So usually people hear me on the second line, but not the first line.
That's so unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was wondering, I mean, since you're here and we have a great audience, we don't have to.
We do. Jimmy, can I sing the first line of my entrance at Sweeney Todd?
Can you please, for the first time
For
ever,
people
let
who
everyone
maybe
hear
have been to the show and have not heard my first line of
just
Sweeney
the
Todd?
first line, that's all I want to
Can I
hear.
go center stage and sing it with the Roots?
Yes, you
Oh
can.
my God! Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd.
Josh Groban, everybody! Oh my gosh, Josh!
Wow.
Amazing!
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Go see him in Sweeney Todd on Broadway right now!
Hey.